Day 2 of Patriots training camp is in the books. Hannah Storm, Tedy Bruschi, and ESPN.com's Mike Reiss.
My man.
Great to have
Good
you
to be
here.
here. Yeah.
Yes, for NFL Nation on ESPN.com. Tedy's been complaining all day that back in the day, you know, he would have been 2 full days into pads already.
Reiss, 2 days and no pads.
That's right.
I mean, we would have been hitting, tackling, full line, all of this stuff.
I know, you know, it's just not as tough as it used to be, my
NFL,
friend.
New NFL.
Yeah, it is. And we'll get into what's ahead next because that'll start soon enough. Rob Gronkowski not in 7-on-7, 11-on-11 drills. That's certainly the big headline takeaway. What else were your observations?
Well, I would go to Kenbrell Tompkins, second-year receiver. You know, I really thought Aaron Dobson would be there. You have Julian Edelman, you have Danny Amendola. I'm curious who's going to be the next receiver to be there. And with Dobson not practicing, I think Tompkins has really seized the opportunity. And Tom Brady saying that he really trusts him, has a lot of confidence in him. I think Tompkins has been the star of the first 2 days, from my view.
And guys like Tompkins and other guys that are further down on the depth chart are going to get those looks because of the management of Rob Gronkowski and him not being in team drills, 7-on-7 drills. So they're going to look other places. Brady as a quarterback is going to look other places, and KT is going to have those opportunities to shine.
Yeah, it was interesting because we got to talk to Brady because, you know, Mike, we talked to all the stars today because Tedy was here. We had Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady.
Every time I looked up, there was someone else.
I know, and we had to actually kick Belichick. They all want to stay here and talk to Tedy.
Right.
We had to nicely ask him to leave because Tom was waiting his turn to get on the set. So
Yeah,
you know,
but definitely
that's the power of Mr.
Yes.
Patriot here.
Okay.
Right? And you're going to see, I'm sorry that we weren't, you know, in pads and everything for you today, Tedy, but that's coming tomorrow. So what can we expect here going forward?
Well, to me, I can't wait to watch the offensive linemen because that's where you really judge them. I think they have some questions on that offensive line on the interior at center and right guard, and I think back to watching full pads practices when Tedy was playing and backs on backers. I remember you, Kevin Falk,
one-on-ones.
you flipping over him. I mean, to me, the pads come on, it's a whole nother level.
And that's an element of practice that you don't have without pads, Hannah, because now as limited number of times that you can have full pads once a day, I think it is, that line of scrimmage now is what Coach Belichick was talking about, too, talking to him offset, that's where they will look at because you can't get those type of combo blocks, that type of physicality without pads in these types of training camps.
And you look at what they've done there in the secondary, getting Revis and Browner, who they'll have after a 4-game suspension, but really up front there on the defense. That's a big question mark for this team.
It is
be
the
very
depth.
important, you've been saying today.
The depth of the defensive line. They're one injury away from a Will Fork or someone else that they can be very, very thin. The linebacking crew has a chance to be special, I think, Reiss, with Mayo, Hightower, and Collins.
Yes.
But also, fans need to come to training camp to get a look at Brandon Browner, because you will not be able to see him those first 4 games, and they're utilizing him out here now.
And Hannah, you mentioned the defensive line and sort of the full pads practices. Vince Wilfork, this is going to be a big step for him coming off that ruptured Achilles. First time he puts on the full pads, sort of, you know, digs down and in the trenches there. Want to see how he responds there because he's so vital to the defense.
Yeah, kind of a contentious contract situation, and certainly both sides really happy to have that resolved. It's really hard to imagine the Patriots without Vince Wilfork. He's such a leader in many ways. You have been our fearless leader today, so Tedy, I'm never coming back to Foxborough without you. That's all I have to say.
I'll always accompany you.
Okay, okay,
It's all
good.
right.
Great to be with Mike Reiss
You
today
too,
as well.
Hannah.
And we look forward to a
Absolutely.
terrific season
Look forward
with
to it.
you.